Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast, number 80. My name's Brad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host tonight, as always, our wonderful leader, Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Brad. Folks, welcome to another edition of the nightly podcast here at ARK. This is the 80th podcast tonight, and everything's looking amazing here. The price of ARK is at $5.76. Market cap at $4,728,407 USD. Our Spark price pool for this evening is already at 153.78 ARK, which is a street value of 884.24 BUSD. This will be our 32nd winner selected tonight, and we've already given out a BUSD value of ARK of $22,450.80. That's pretty amazing, guys. We are also gearing up for tomorrow's external AMA that we're all looking forward to, meeting the folks over in Tiamut's group, the Drip. But I always get the name. Mixed up. The Cult of Drip, or maybe Catalyst.
Called Drip.
Cup called Drip.
Cult,
absolutely.
Cult called Drip.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're excited to go over there. We know that some of those folks are already invested here, and we're going to get a chance to go and do what we love to do, which is talk about ARK and explain what's special, what's different, why it took 10 months to get to where we are, and we are now a month into ARK. We're in a fantastic position, 5th position out of all the ROI dApps out there, holding a $1.2 million TVL, and that's out of, really, 53 ROI dApps that are listed. You can go to the MoonARK app and check it out. That's something very bullish about, happy about. And just looking at the other side of high yield on the miners, we are in the 2nd position out of 275 of them. And that's not really taking into account this amazing Spark reward that we give every night. It's not taking into account all of the payouts in BUSD that are happening to the folks that are invested into the foundation. Our high yield savings account paying you 100% APR. You can put your funds in, you can put your funds out, and as long as you have at least $250 worth of ARK in the foundation, you can qualify to have your first level of direct deposits, as well as being qualified every evening for the Spark prize pool. It's not taking into account the rewards that have been earned by the legacy NFT holders. And I don't know, Catalyst, if you have a rough estimate or figure, how much have we given out so far to the legacy NFT investors?
Give me one sec here.
Yes, sir. The chart doesn't show that. I mean, the chart shows stability. The chart is showing that price is being held so that no one can come and say, oh, I'm too late. I wasn't there at launch. No.
I have that number.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Legacy NFT disbursements have totaled $41,548.
Wow. Can you say that one more time, please?
Legacy NFT reward disbursements have totaled $41,548. And in about 9 minutes, add another 1,000 to that.
Wow.
At least. Actually,
Catalyst, is there anywhere else, any other ROI DApp system protocol in this planet or even in outer space that's doing that?
None that I've come across. I mean, regardless of what part or what component you're invested in, the ARK is printing, the foundation is printing, the legacy NFT rewards are printing, Spark rewards are printing, and of course, the vault.
It keeps growing and growing and growing. And as we get that mobile app into folks' hands, there's so many ways for folks to be able to really make money here at ARK. You don't need to be a whale. You can be a little guy, and you can really thrive. And you can compound, those foundation rewards. You can compound your legacy rewards if you want, or you can, use them. There's a couple of people here that are legacy NFT investors, and that's their, money to pay their bills and buy their food and take care of their expenses as everything else keeps growing here at ARK for them. Thank you, Catalyst. I'll make sure to write that. I'll make sure to write that down, or maybe we'll have you tomorrow at the AMA showcase. The numbers, because we're going to be adding that here to the main DApp homepage. I know the folks are working on that on the back end. Maybe we could actually have it in time for tomorrow's AMA. Those are very impressive numbers, guys. And that's not taking into account the 2% that's getting paid out. I mean, this is just extra bonuses, revenue streams that are here available to any investor. Let's get this crypto, guys. Mr. Brett Norden, let's check in with you. What's happening on your side of the world?
Been a great day. Yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening. We had a glimpse of our final, what we hope to achieve with the mobile web app today. And it was, as you mentioned, it was unbelievable is what I'll say. I mean, on par with anything that I've seen in the industry. Blows my mobile banking apps out of the water for sure, in terms of just, not just the usability and things that we're, simplifying down into a much more streamlined investment experience, but just the look and feel and everything is world class. So yeah, we're looking forward to what the future brings for our new, our rebranding and our new design and everything as we really push into the mass market and get, a much, much higher level of adoption than I think any other ROI dApps ever experienced. It's exciting. We're hoping to share as much as we can as we go, but obviously, we don't want to let too much out. We don't understand this is a competitive space, and there's a lot of people, that would like to have their hands on the level of expertise and design experience that we have on the team now. And it's going to blow anything you've seen out of the water in this space. That's for sure. Makes everything else look like amateur hour. But I will kind of share that the progression we're taking with this is we are going to use our current dApp design to have a PWA sooner, or a mobile web app, I'll just say that, sooner than later. And then we're going to move into that rebranding. So we'll have, several phases of this project that roll out. The new design that I mentioned, that's just going to, shake the ground we walk on, that one is going to take some more time in development. And we're working on the front end pieces now of like the onboarding experience and things like that, because that's probably one of the key factors to growth is streamlining all of those steps that we, are accustomed to as DeFi investors, but the rest of the world, really doesn't have a clue, and it's probably the biggest barrier to entry. So the portions that are finished from a design standpoint now are, the usability of existing products and the DApp. But then the next step is going to be to really streamline that onboarding experience, and that's where I think a lot of innovation is going to come from, and things that we haven't even seen before. And the gentleman that's helping us with the design is just, he's coming at it from so many different experience levels and different applications that he's built in the past, including finance and crypto. But this one, because it's completely unique, and we have, somewhat of a complicated series of events that have to take place, he's just combining things in a different way that we've never even thought of. Things that we didn't think were maybe possible, he's making them possible. So it's going to be some development time on the front end as well to hook everything back up when the new design is released. But we're patient, and we're looking forward to when that happens. So in the meantime, we are going to have the PWA with the existing DApp design, but in a much more streamlined form factor, so that we can get started on the new user experience and the new flow. And then we'll repackage everything, redesign everything, and release the kind of the final version of what the web app's going to look like. So that's kind of a glimpse into what the roadmap's going to be. The current DApp in a mobile web app form is going to happen much quicker. We're not releasing a date at this time, but I can say that it's imminent. They're already coding the front end on that. So we'll have the current DApp in the web app form shortly, and then following that is when the new rebrand, redesign, including the website, including the DApp, and everything that we see today, will be upgraded to this new format, which is just going to be amazing. We did make, speaking of the current DApp, we did make an addition today. I don't know if people have noticed. We did a small announcement in the main chat, and I think it got distributed out to the other channels as well. But we added a toggle now, so you can switch from the currency from ARK to BUSD on the vault page on the DApp. So I know people were asking if we could see BUSD values or switch between ARK and BUSD values. And I think Alex came up with a pretty elegant solution for that. It's just a button at the top of the screen, top right corner of the DApp. And you click on that button, it'll switch between BUSD and ARK. So that was a really nice addition, I think. A lot of people were talking about showing that in videos and things to what the dollar value of the rewards that we're earning every day here at ARK look like, and be able to capture that. People that aren't familiar with the token, they might see the vault dashboard and not think much of 4 or 5 ARK, but we know that that's if you're earning 4 or 5 ARK every day, you're doing pretty well from one wallet. So yeah, I think that was a nice upgrade. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the conversation tomorrow with the Drip community over at a cult called Drip. We're investors in many different protocols. I came out of the Drip community, haven't left. I'm still in it, still earning Drip every day. Of course, we're not excited about the price as much as we were maybe 7 or 8 months ago. But yeah, I think everybody that is in the Drip community still has, faith in what's happening there. And I think long term, things will turn around and hopefully recover. But in the meantime, I think diversity right now in this market's the name of the game. So at least from an investor standpoint, I think it makes a lot of sense for a lot of the Drip community members to take a look at ARK, even if they, if they haven't already. I think a lot have, but as you mentioned, Atlas, we're sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what we really delivered. But now I think, we're ready for prime time. And as the mobile web app and these, future progressions come out on that side, I think people are going to really be happy that they made, at least a small investment into ARK. At least dip your toe in the water at this point. Get behind the team see what it can do for you, because I think the next 3 to 6 months we're just gonna rock. We're just gonna hit the ball out of the park with what we have coming. So we can't reveal everything, which I wish we could, but just have faith in the team. Atlas and the guys behind the scenes are working so hard every day, and we really do have some very, very big things coming down the road. So that's about it from me. I did want to mention the ARK competition is still going on till the 26th. So we just have about a week left of that contest. So if you haven't added the ARK to your Telegram name, jump on it and get that over to Fortunate, so that he can enter you in the contest to win, or a chance to win 200 BUSD out of the total prize pool of 1,000 BUSD. That's about it on my end. Atlas, did you have anything else that you can think of that I missed?
No, great update. Absolutely, man. Yeah, we were blown away today.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick my jaw up off the floor after the presentation. I mean, this guy, locked himself up for a couple of weeks, away from the whole team, away from the community, away from everybody, just to look at it with completely fresh eyes. There's something to be said when you're developing any type of product or a concept or a business, that when you're in the thick of it, when you're creating, you're adjusting, you're having new ideas, and you're implementing that into your product, you're so deep that for us it's natural. We understand it inside out. We've created it. But for a person that's coming from the outside, understanding that our true investor is not a DeFi expert. It's somebody that generally is looking for passive income, hard to find it in the real world, and maybe they bought crypto before, maybe they never did. Regardless of that, this is a complex system. We're fortunate to understand it, but we also need to appreciate that the motto here is DeFi simplified, and that's our hurdle. That's really, I think, the biggest challenge that I always understood was ahead of us. How to communicate, how to onboard that person in a manner that is intuitive, easy. A retired folk, young folks, people that are busy with their lives, that are not going to sit and read a white paper. They're not going to dive deep into looking under the hood of what is here, how the smart contracts work. These are just regular people that want to know, how do I make money in this? How complicated or how easy is it? And having my aspirations and vision of wanting to be able to cross that hurdle is one thing, but being able to see it with my own eyes was an amazing experience that we had today. Just gives so much reassurance that we've been very fortunate to bring on board the team, folks that really have the experience, that have been able to create before amazing things and take something complex and simplify it. I think we've reached that, guys. Couldn't be happier, couldn't be prouder. And we can't wait for you guys to be able to to see it. However, there's a lot of work. This is a mock-up. This is a design. This is a completely, let's say, re-engineered way of interacting, investing in ARK. And I think it's going to be the key to really unlocking that mass adoption that you see when you use Twitter, when you use Zelle, Cash App, Uber app. I think a big part of the success is not only the utility but that anyone can download it and within a couple of minutes manage the application to get what they need out of it. It's simple, it works. Now that under that, there's GPS, there's transactions, there's processing, there's tipping, there's all of these robust systems tied into each other to create that user experience. The customer doesn't care about that. That's not their problem. That's ours to make it work. But it's also our responsibility to present it in a way that makes it so easy that it's natural and you're just like, wow, okay, cool. Another cool app. I'm with this. I'm down with this. Let's go. So, yeah, absolutely amazing, folks. With that, are there any questions or comments before we continue? Well, I guess it's that time then. All aboard!
Wow, seems like we've got some really exciting things coming up. Can't wait to see these come to fruition. Really, really excited. Some great updates there. Thank you very much, Brett and Atlas. For this evening, everyone, we decided to go back to the first article that I wrote that, as an example to people of how to, get involved and, start their medium journey. So I will share my screen and we'll go through that article. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, sir. Crystal clear.
Excellent. So, the first thing is the title. Brett suggested to me early on.
Brett,
yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you mind setting this up? Explain to folks how they can participate, because we're giving away 50 BUSD through this process. Can you give them the instructions, what they have to do? There's some folks in here that have not participated before. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, no problem, of course. Excuse me. So to be involved in today's giveaway, everyone, all you need to do is come over to Medium and clap, comment and follow. Happens to be me this evening. And then take a screenshot of that and send that to Fortunate. And at some point during the podcast, we will spin the wheel and everybody that participated will be entered into a giveaway for 50 BUSD. So I will go ahead and drop this article in the main chat now for everybody to do so. Thank you, Atlas. Just give me one moment. Okay, that is in the main chat for everybody. I didn't write a title on that. I would usually just let me put a title on this quickly. Oh no, I'll do that after. I don't want a silence in the podcast. Okay, yeah. So coming back to this, when I started, I was asking people for tips and advice, and one of the things that Brett suggested to me was that the title is very, very important. It's the thing that people see. And so I decided to call myself Project Insider, which is, not a stretch of the truth. I am employed at ARK because it's catchy, and you want to, as I said, you want to get people's attention, so that they click on and read your article. So I think the first thing is that that's very, very important is the title. And something that I was unaware at the time of writing this article, being my first one, is that the first line can be seen. So I actually might go back and change this at a later date and make it just that little bit more catchy. But all I've done in this article is started off with talking about my journey and how I got involved in crypto, what I was doing beforehand. And I think these organic types of articles, they resonate with people because we've all been through this stuff. So you obviously have to make it about ARK and you have to make it relevant to the project. But you'll see as we go on that is what I've done. But as I said, people like to hear, about people's lives and about their stories. So that is how I started, and I would suggest that would be a good place for anybody that wants to start writing these Medium articles. It's a really good place to start. Excuse me. So here we go. Out of necessity, I began my crypto journey a little over a year ago. Like many in my field of personal training, the COVID shutdowns decimated my business. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All gyms and group interactions were closed or off limits. Shutting off my main source of income, I had to diversify and find other income sources. I started researching crypto because I could do it from home and heard some wild success stories. I quickly learned that success wasn't going to happen overnight and it was full of risk. My biggest difficulty was finding legitimate projects with professional teams that weren't going to drain project liquidity, were full of scammers, or had toxic communities with bad actors. And I think, guys, we've all seen, this at some point in crypto. After some ups and downs, I found a project called Eternity Earn and quickly fell in love with the community and the team behind it. I found the project and the team I was looking for and haven't looked back since. Eternity Earn was an ROI mining platform built on the Kronos network and still to this day holds the record for the largest TVL on the Kronos chain. Personal training taught me how to interact with people, and I used that skill to onboard 30 non-crypto investors in my first week in Eternity Earn. My success became recognized in the community and by the head dev Atlas. This is the point where my journey really began and what brought me to Arkfi. After my success in Eternity Earn, Atlas invited me to be a syndicate founder in Arkfi and gave me the role of ARK team builder and coach. My job is to help the community thrive and support people who might not be the most confident public speakers. One of Atlas's gifts is to identify the right people for the right job, and it is a privilege to work with this team. And that is my profile picture there. Arkfi is the second phase of Eternity Earn and is an ROI DApp that has been in development for over 10 months. They say hindsight is 20/20, and that's exactly what Arkfi is. A culmination of the good elements from other similar projects without all the bad. The team didn't rush the development and spent time building it from the ground up. Every piece of code is 100% original and very well thought through. So who is this A team? And then we go, one of the one of the great things about Medium is you can update at a later date, and I might go through and add the pictures from the team page onto here, but I could just leave it here as well. I don't want to make it too personal and put people out there. But Atlas, Brett, Crypto Yarn, Mr. Green Crypto, little explanation about each of them, and then we move on. What is Arkfi? ARK Finance I took this straight from the white paper. We've all heard this statement a bunch of times, so I don't need to read that to you. But
this is directly from the white paper, copy and paste. I tend not to do that too much because, you don't just want to copy the white paper. But it is good to use certain bits and bobs where necessary. What makes ARK better than other ROI dApps? Excuse me. There's a culture in other projects to compound rewards to max payout, and you are shunned when seen to be taking profits. Not at ARK. The protocol actually forces you to take profits along the way, making it better for the whole community as there are no huge dumps when people reach max wallets. And this is, excuse me, and this way you ROI quicker and you're playing with house money from there, which, is massively important, guys. Atlas is stressing it all the time. Pay yourself is something that he's been saying ever since I met him. ROI. Once you get your ROI, it's sailing on the water, as Atlas likes to say. At ARK, there are no tokens unaccounted for. All purchased ARK tokens go straight into the vault. So no team members or whales or advisors can dump on the community at any time. Not at launch or anywhere down the road. Hugely important. Hugely important. We all know ARK has no tokens in the wild, and a very, very, very important aspect about how ARK is built. ARK has already raised 1.2 million from its 3 rounds of pre-sale, and has well-known names in the crypto space in its syndicate founders group, such as SK Crypto K, Patrick from Cryptozoa, Kelly Snook, former NASA scientist, who created ARK's calculator to help investors develop the best strategy for their investment. And that's just to name a few. Excuse me. There is a 24-hour reward timer forcing an action or rewards stop accumulating. There is also an auto allocation function that you set to take those actions for you with prepaid gas fees, so you don't have to log in every day and so you don't miss getting your rewards. ARK has its own LMS built in-house to control and stabilize the price, creating sustainability and longevity. I need to change that to ILC. And again, this was written a month ago, over 3 weeks ago. So some of this information might seem, like we've heard it a lot before, and we have. Functions of ARK ecosystem. So you got and then we just go through, the main part of the ecosystem, which everyone knows is the vault, 2% daily, up to 2% daily. The foundation, the legacy NFTs, and the external revenue, and I think everybody knows about these things, so I don't think we need to read that again. Very much looking forward to seeing these implemented, and the DAO group taking a vote on that as well. The referral system, I think, is fairly self-explanatory. Everybody knows how that works. ARK rewards hard work and offers anyone who brings investors to the ecosystem the chance to build their own team, which we call syndicates, earn rewards, create passive income, and financial freedom. How do I invest in ARK? It's got its own internal DEX. It's the only place you can buy ARK, which is another very, very important aspect. No tokens out on PancakeSwap or anywhere else. It just adds another layer of security for the investors, knowing that nobody can find any exploits. You simply buy ARK token with BUSD, deposit into the vault, and start earning. It is that simple. Roadmap for the future. ARK has some big plans, and this is just the beginning. A mobile app is in development to really help take this to the masses, everyday people not involved in crypto, which will help to break the barriers for onboarding new investors. There is also an off-ramp in development in the form of an ARK card from offshore banking to ease yet another barrier currently in the crypto world. ARK really is revolutionary. Join me on this journey. Consider join my team, the Phoenix Syndicate. Use my referral, and then just got the, I like this. This is my my little saying. That's on all of my Medium articles. All boats rise with the tide, and so does the Phoenix. And then we just have a disclaimer and some website, Telegram, personal, private team chat, and all the rest of it there. So I think these, if you have one, very important to add it on. This is where I gained these referrals. They just popped up in my team chat. Obviously, put the ARK Telegram link to the website, white paper, and then that is just my Medium publication. Excuse me, for anybody that wants to check out other articles. Very important, put a disclaimer. Anybody that's new that doesn't have one, you can literally just copy and paste mine. They're all fairly similar. I copy and pasted mine from someone else, just made a very small adjustment, and it's pretty much copy and paste. Excuse me, sorry. These are really, really important, guys. The tags you put on. These are the people who have these tags. When you create a Medium account, you can add up to 5. These are the people you're going to target. So you don't want to be targeting people that want to watch football or are interested in cookbooks. So I would always suggest having Arkfi to help pump the algorithm for ARK, because that is the main point of all this, in my opinion. Crypto, decentralized finance, investing, passive income. I think this is a really, really good one, passive income. And then, the obviously crypto is essential, but you can play around with these. When you select the tags, it tells you how many people are in these said categories. So you can play around with that and, test results. You can always change it at a later date as well. I think that is everything. To do with this specific article. And you can see it's nothing special. It's just my process of how I got here and my experience, meeting the team, getting involved. It's not very analytical. It's not really, really well written. It's just an average person who gave it a go and has, found it's very successful. And when I say successful, I mean in terms of the results that I've seen. This Catalyst is a much, much better writer than me. You can tell when you read his stuff. It's much more professional. I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. I can't get it out. But I just wanted to stress that because Catalyst is very much an actual writer, whereas I'm not, and most people that start this won't be. So don't be intimidated. It's not for the best writers out there. This is very simple. Just putting some information off the white paper, and then talking about your experience, and before you know it, you've got a Medium article out there, and you could be very successful. This particular one has helped me gain 4 new syndicate members, which is absolutely fantastic. I would have been happy to get none and just had the experience, and then go from there with my publication. But yeah, to onboard 4 people from my first article is absolutely fantastic, and I was really, really shocked. And and that's why I've continued to write these articles, because the results are tangible and they really are fantastic. Has anybody got any questions? Anything they'd like to comment?
Coach Brad, I thought your article was excellently written, in my opinion. Well done, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Catalyst. Coming from someone like yourself, that's a huge compliment, and it was you who inspired me to start doing this. So hats off to you, and I thank you very much.
You're welcome, and hats off to you. Keep them coming.
Yes, sir.
Great presentation, Brad. And yeah, that was your first. You've written several articles after that. And just yesterday, you were sharing your story about onboarding folks in the real world that were just blown away. You explained to them what ARK is about, how many ways you can earn. So that's also another very important way to really grow. Not everybody's a writer, not everybody's a YouTuber, but everybody does know somebody that might be struggling and looking for a leg up, looking for an investment that's going to make a difference through the test of time, or somebody that's doing very well, just wants to do even better.
Yes, sir. The thing that they were, as I said, they were just normal non-crypto investors, and they found the foundation, really, really interested. It's a fantastic entry point to ARK. Excuse me, because lots of people haven't invested in anything before, and lots of people haven't got into crypto. But what everybody, at least in my part of the world, has is a bank account. So everybody is aware at how little to, basically nothing your bank offers you in ways of interest, and your money's just sitting there doing nothing for you. And that was how, that was the thing that really excited my barber, was that he said, so, I put I put some money into this foundation, and it's going to give me 100% APR over the year. And I said, yeah. And he said, how? And that's how we, that's how we got into, him being interested and explaining it further, and then into the vault. And so it's a great entry point, the foundation, for someone who hasn't invested, who finds this a little bit complicated because it's the first time they're doing it. Foundation's a great entry point, guys, to start with and explain, because it's something that people in the real world aren't used to. They're not used to those returns. Obviously, you have to explain the risk and the risk factor and everything else, but he was blown away. He said something that we say all the time. I may as well take, he didn't say the percentage that we, say take a small percent of what you've got and put it in. But he said, I may as well take some of the money that I've got in the bank that's sitting there doing nothing and put it in this foundation. I said, yes, you should. So, great entry point if anybody's, struggling of how to start or where to, how to put this across to people. Entry point of the foundation is fantastic.
Yes, sir. Bullish. Great work, my friend. So, how are we looking through the presentation? Did you get a lot of claps, Brad? Comments?
I will have a look. I didn't notice.
Or we can ask Fortunate. How's it looking on your side, Fortunate?
Please. 18 entries, sorry.
18. Let's go. Jeez.
Woo!
Wow. Massive. All right. I guess we have a lot of folks that want to win that 50 BUSD tonight. And is there anybody that wants to win Spark tonight?
Oh, yes.
Maybe we skip it tonight. Maybe we just do it tomorrow. For the first time. It's at $905 street value, 157.41 ARK. That is not an all-time high yet. It's close to an all-time high. But I mean, guys, this is just massive. I mean, the question is, what's for dinner? I think it's Spark Rewards. All right. We're going to get the second storage out. Let's get pumped up for the Spark Wars tonight, guys.
When you get a moment at this, you're not sharing your screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, I like this new beat.
ARK rapping on the streets. Bring it to the beat. I'm a bad rapper, man.
Let's get this crypto.
Dinner's ready.
Oh, is that an ATH? Oh, it's so close. Oh, yeah, that is. That's a new all-time high.
No, I don't think so yet.
158.48 is the highest, is it not? Or am I wrong?
Whoa,
I believe so.
whoa, whoa. Go and move your body. Go and move your body. Go and move your body. Go and move your body.
So are we all time high? Because I'm here on the ledger, actually.
Yeah, 159.54.
All right. All time high. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get this crypto.
Excuse me.
All right. Let's go, guys. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger for the prize tonight. Here we go. Right. And tonight's winner of the Spark Rewards, their wallet ends in 1248. Sheesh.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
159.76 ARK. ATH against number 32nd Spark winner has smashed right through the ATH, folks. And as always, we know what happens. Everybody's checking those wallets. Some folks have 40, 20, 30 wallets. Checking their syndicate viewer. Maybe it's somebody in their syndicate. Maybe it's a friend, a neighbor. James at the water cooler. He keeps talking about winning. James said, "Oh, I heard Atlas say it's not a matter of when. Sorry, if it's a matter of when." Well, still waiting for Callis or his wife to win. It was her Christmas, one of the Christmas gifts that he gave her. I mean, what a great gift to give, right? Got a lot of folks in here that are still on the short list of winning this Spark Rewards. All right. And this is getting addictive, guys. I mean, isn't it funner to be a part of the Spark Rewards where you're sitting there getting 100% APR on your BUSD instead of buying some shitcoin or getting into some, crazy, weird thing that people built in a week or a couple of days. shiny little object that just distracts folks. Then you hear them walking around. Oh, Atlas. Oh, I got wrecked again. Oh, man. Hey, little James, we had this talk before, my friend. Got to be careful out there. Come on board the ARK. Let's get this crypto. Do you have any questions or comments, folks, before we move it on over to the DeFi sessions with Z, the one and only, the legend, Z. Gets us all bullish. Is he here with us? Yeah, he's here. He's here. Live and direct.
What's happening?
How you doing, sir?
Today we hit some milestones. I'm happy. I'm a happy bunny today. Should I share my screen? Should we have some nice vibes and some good music on? We got 27 people here. This is great. Welcome, people. Welcome,
Yes,
welcome, welcome.
They're hearing about the ARK all around the crypto streets. They just gave away $900 again. Yes, sir. It happens every single night. Just doesn't
The
stop.
Benkiller crowd, the drip crowd, they're hearing about us. They're hearing from the woods. They're like, there's rumors about this ARK. It's grabbing pace. Let's grab and pace. We need to join their Discord. We got to join their Telegram. We got to know what they're doing.
Z, before you start, can I just, something just popped into my head, and I think it's important to let the community know. Since the All Aboard segment's been running, I've presented 2 Medium articles on there. Guys, I just wanted to let you know, I don't take that reward for having people on the segment to show their content. I don't get that reward, so I just thought, if anybody's thinking, oh, Brad's shown his content twice, I am excluded from that. So just wanted to let people know that, otherwise it would be very unfair to, select myself for the segment, or, for Atlas to select me for the segment. So just putting that out there, guys. And, if anybody else wants the spotlight, please contact me. Sorry, Z, go ahead.
No, it's fine, man. It's fine. It's good. It's good. Good times, guys. We have hit the 500 milestone. This was a focus I had this month. I was like, this month, when we start to make the updates on Discord, that we do hit that 500 mark, because that's halfway to the sort of target we want, which is 1,000. Thing is, when you get to 1,000 members, we can do tons of surveys. We can do a bunch of different things. We can start doing a bunch of affiliate sort of stuff. We can do a bunch of interactions. So kudos to you guys. We just hit 504 members. So yeah, we passed the 500 mark. Awesome time. Bullish, guys. How does a Discord that's not known to anybody 3 weeks ago get to 500 members? We automate. We educate you. We have fun with you. We throw memes at you. And our friend here, Terry Tibbs, has thrown a few more memes, right? A few more memes, right? So he puts up this one. With Arkfi, your money, inflation, right? These memes, they just get better and better, man. Here's another one. I'm looking for a solid DeFi project. So this was a pawn shop, a funny store. No one gets a good deal there. Best I can do is stable funds. I mean, it doesn't get better than Terry Tibbs. And soon we'll get into why he's called Terry Tibbs. Terry Tibbs is a funny character in the UK. So that's the memes. And thus far, if you see crypto Twitter, Terry Tibbs, we did add. So if any of you ever have a good Twitter handle or a Telegram handle that you guys want me to add, just write in the general chat and we'll forward it to the bot. So we added Terry Tibbs' requests. The other cool thing that happened was we wanted to read Jimmy Cash's article, and boy, did he deliver. So he wrote this thing on the 29th of December, a few days before New Year's. And if anyone wants to read this, like, do give it a read. It's a really, really good article, and follow him on Medium. So he talks about Arkfi launch hot wash. So I'm gonna just read these two paragraphs here, and then we can sort of get into news. But he writes here, in military and emergency management parlance, hot wash is defined as an informal debrief after an exercise, operation, or other major event meant to capture feedback and lessons learned and propose improvement. So, yeah, in sort of the Naval SEALs, they go through a 14-day period, and then they have a hot wash period where they sort of review those 14 days. And that's what he did here. He basically reviewed it after 14 days of operation, and does an amazing review about price stability. He talks about manual versus auto allocations. He talks about the 14-day rolling average computation of CWR, and goes into a lot of detail and talks about the affiliation of bonds and legacy NFT ownership. So yeah, like he's written about, I think, 5 articles, and each one I read is more informative than the other. It's 3 articles of it. So do give it a claps, and do give it a read. This was a day before New Year's Eve. It's a 10-minute read. So Jimmy Cash, he's our Discord mod. What an awesome guy. So yeah, give his article a read. He did post it on the general chat. Now, if you guys look into DeFi links, you'll see I've posted quite a few things today. There's been news about Cardano looking to buy CoinDesk. There's been a lot of queries from Davos about why global bankers aren't advertising Bitcoin and other DeFi protocols onto their ledgers. There's articles about Trump's NFT that did an 8x over the last week after the dip. We talk about MoonPay acquiring Nightshift. We talk about Polkadot's cross-chain abilities between blockchains. So they had a great update to one of their sort of consensus mechanism called XCM. Really worth seeing. We had Ripple CEO talk about the Hinman emails in Davos. And we had Robinhood roll out their MetaMask competitor. So I'm going to start it. And then, I'm going to keep going because I did post a bunch here. Then Uniswap did a whole consensus consensus article, talk about how if people were to use DeFi for their Forex trades, that they would save about 80% in hedge cost, which was really damn cool. So there's an article there. So today we went in. We want you to know everything that's going on in DeFi. We want to talk about Cointelegraph magazine that's about to come out. So I think we're going to start there and then sort of work our way through a few different headlines. So we talked about the Samsung new Bitcoin ETF that's been handed over to the Hong Kong exchange. Hong Kong is the only market in Asia where Bitcoin future ETFs are listed and traded in the institutional market. It will be a new option for investors who are interested in Bitcoin as a competitive product that reflects their experience in risk management. So I don't know why they repeated that twice, but yeah, an ETF is a hedge for investors. So ETFs are a thing that it's an instrument that people use in the stock market, in many different markets to basically hedge the risk of investing in a stock or a share. So the Bitcoin ETFs took Bitcoin to 67K. It took it to an all-time high when they were getting approved. So we learn about that. We learn about the North Korean hacker who took about 41,000 Ethereums from the exchange, about 63.5 million, and he did wash it in. How did he wash it? He took it from the Harmony Bridge and Railgun, and then I think it was Tornado Cash. So basically, he went through Tornado Cash. So yes, funds were allegedly deposited to 3 different cryptocurrencies exchanges after leaving the same day. CZ said the exchange, along with Huobi. So yeah, he tried to go through Binance first. Got his assets frozen there. Then he went to Huobi, got his assets frozen there, and whatever was left, he went through Tornado Cash, I believe. So CZ wrote a tweet about this. He goes, "We detected Harmony One Hacker Fund movement. They previously tried to launder through Binance, and we froze his account. This time he used Huobi. We assisted Huobi's team to freeze his account. Together, 124 Bitcoins have been recovered. CeFi helping keep DeFi safe." I love that tweet. So yeah, the Cointelegraph magazine is really cool for brief article news. We had a big Bitlabso made the news today. They caught the co-founder of this exchange that laundered about $700 million. So that's a read there. So yeah, the Cointelegraph magazine is pretty cool and goes through a lot of things. So that's one of the main articles that I want to sort of cover. I think these things are important to look into. Guys, do look into the Uniswap article on how Forex markets can reduce their costs by 80%. So foreign exchange markets trade about, I believe, $7 trillion a day. And they pay a deed fees, I believe, of about $500 per exchange. So yeah, Uniswap kind of go into a rabbit hole of how they can save in, and I posted this article there. So that's another article there. Now let's go through a few other things that I've updated. So one thing I want to look into is Robinhood's MetaMask rival, because MetaMask hasn't had many sort of custodial wallets that sort of made it as smooth and slick as this one here. So the article reads, Robinhood rolls out its MetaMask wallet competitor to 1 million users. So Robinhood is finally entering the software wallet game. The company today launched a Robinhood wallet, a smartphone app that allows users to swap and transfer crypto and view owned NFTs in crypto. They're being slowly rolled out to over 1 million people on the waiting list. And yeah, it's an app, and soon everyone's going to be be able to use it through iOS and Android. And yeah, the cool thing about this wallet is with this wallet, you don't have to change mainnets. You can basically from one wallet trade between mainnets and access your token. So it goes the Robinhood wallet is completely different product housed in a separate standalone app that allows users to have total control over the crypto and provide access to more advanced features like connecting to decentralized apps and NFT marketplaces. So yeah, it is a Web3 app. It's not centralized. It is DeFi. And this is a small preview of it. I hope you guys can see my screen.
We can, Z, we can.
Amazing. So yeah, this is Robinhood's new custodial DeFi wallet, and it'll be it's on a wait list right now, but I think by the end of this month, people will be able to download it and transfer their tokens onto it. It's really smooth and slick. I've been following this up for a little. So the Robinhood app wallet that is being rolled out today, however, is more like MetaMask or Phantom or Coinbase wallet, not to be confused with Coinbase trading. So that's one thing. And that's really cool that came out. Now, one more thing I want to quickly show you. MoonPay acquired a really cool studio called Night Shift, which is going to be doing a bunch of really cool ledger sort of problem solving. It's going to be doing a lot of NFT designs. And I'm looking forward to this thing. So Web3 infrastructure firm MoonPay made its first acquisition, scooping up creator studio Night Shift for an undisclosed amount. I believe it's about $100 million. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. The company partnered with entertainment giant Universal Pictures to roll out an NFT. So if you guys want to see the future of where NFTs are going, do check out The Other Life. So Night Shift is being relaunched as The Other Life, and boy, have they done some crazy collabs, man! Like they've worked with. Did anyone have something to say? I heard someone's voice. If not, I'll continue. No worries. So The Other Life has worked with Coinbase. It's worked with Crypto.com. It's worked with many different, you can say, platforms, and basically they just been acquired by MoonPay. So we're gonna see a bunch of cool things happen here. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, you can check out The Other Life page on our DeFi links here. And the other thing, I think we're all sort of in a sort of sideways movements on the markets currently, and for once I've kind of gone into the weekly schedule to see where Ethereum and BNB and BTC are showing. And when you look at the weekly sort of price action, what we sort of think here is whenever we see wicks like this, we call this a doji candle, we expect pullbacks. So I expect Ethereum to pull back. I expect Bitcoin to pull back. I expect BNB to pull back. So that's the news, guys. I hope I didn't take too much time. I hope you guys, if there's, and as I said, like once we get to 1,000 members, I'll do more surveys. So we're going to start a campaign, guys. Get to 1,000 members, and then we will start to survey stuff that we want to talk about. And last, I want you guys to check out this. This is pretty interesting. So when Hoskinson, Vitalik Buterin, and Gavin Woods, when these guys started their crypto journey, they started off as bloggers. They created a Bitcoin magazine and they traveled the world on Bitcoin, and they succeeded in that. So Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson kind of talks about that in his latest YouTube video. And he talks about his interest in buying CoinDesk. I believe CoinDesk is marked around the price point of $200 million. And yeah, so he talks about his interest in acquiring it and having his and how to get journalistic integrity again, because they all started off as journalists, like what you guys do with Medium articles and blogging. This is how these guys started their journey in crypto and got feedback and sort of created their mainnet. So yeah, so Hoskinson is looking to buy CoinDesk, very serious about it, and you can see the YouTube video and read this article here. Now the last thing I want to kind of go through, I think we could do with a laugh sometimes in life, right? So I mean, I'm looking at Terry Tibbs with our memes, and it just made me think, like maybe we can go through a few different crypto memes and jokes, and it'll give people a laugh and some ideas what we can do with the memes, because I want to see more memes from you guys. I'm sure there's a bunch of graphics designers, a bunch of developers out here that could, get creative and do what Terry Tibbs is doing. So I'm going to go through a few different jokes. So
Z, probably not tonight, but why don't you find an appropriate clip for tomorrow so we can show people who Terry Tibbs is? Because I mean, he's funny as fuck, bro. I think that was because people probably don't understand what Terry Tibbs is, and the character and stuff. So
I'll go through one Terry Tibbs. It's a just 2-minute clip, but it's funny.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
10-foot paddling ball.
Yep.
Talk to me.
What would you like to know?
Everything.
The husband bought it for the toddler, and our garden's only 8 foot by 7 foot, so I don't know what on earth he was thinking.
He came home, he was like, surprise!
Yeah.
Why'd you marry him?
That's that love thing, isn't it?
How much you want for it?
25.
Is there a motif on the side of this paddling ball? Because I do like it when I have a little motif, Oh,
we'll watch more of this tomorrow. I think Terry Tibbs is such a legendary character. So in Phone Jacker, he would make prank calls as the Terry Tips character, and then he took it to like real life. And
Are you looking for a boy? What are you second cat? Are you looking for a boy dealer? What are you second hand cat? Well, come down and tell me 6 mile guy. 692, walk away. That's 692, walk away. My name's Zoe, and I'll be waiting for you.
Family cars,
Talk to me.
luxury cars.
Talk to me. So if you're looking for quality used cars at an affordable price,
So does Terry.
that's right. Talk to me. Tell me tips. I'll be waiting for you because we got some beautiful model gas things. Now, right.
yeah, we need to watch more of Terry Tips for a laugh, for sure.
And just so people know, that guy, Phone Jacker, is a like 6'6" Asian fella who's dark skinned, got long, thick black hair, and he is absolutely hilarious. That is one of many of his characters, and very, very funny program.
Yeah, worth watching. A good laugh. So I'm gonna end it with some crypto jokes from last year's debacle on cryptocurrencies, right? So Think Advisors created a good top 20, I believe. So how do you get to $1,000 in cryptocurrencies? You invest $2,000. That's funny. What's the difference between investing in Bitcoin and getting married? If your marriage fails, you only lose half of your wealth, right? New FTX.
God.
Funny, isn't it? We'll continue. New FTX balance sheet just dropped. They now claim to hold 27 Taylor Swift concert tickets valued at $3.9 billion. Understanding Bitcoin. Dungeons and Dragons is a lot like Bitcoin. I know it's popular, but I don't understand it. Right? What is the most effective way to get a hardcore crypto technical analyst off your porch? Pay him for the pizza.
Oh, dear, these are brutal.
I love it. Check this one. Good morning. Which crypto exchange are we blowing up today? Check this one. Surviving a crypto crash. Hello, Mom. Yeah. Is my old room still available? Right. And I'll leave it with the last one here. So it goes, who said crypto was stressful? I'm 25 and I feel great. Love this one. And should we do a few more? Okay, this is the last one for me. How many Bitcoin miners does it take to change a light bulb? 1 million? 1 to do it, and the rest to verify he did it.
That's a good one.
So yeah, it's a good one. I'll post some DeFi links, and we'll kind of go through it. Too funny. Oh yeah, this one's pretty interesting. This has a subtle dig to it. So it goes, the crypto market is a place where 2 types of people meet in the morning: people with experience in trading and people with money. Towards the end of the day, they exchange places and go home. That's a funny one. So yeah, one more. Where does Santa Claus keep his Bitcoin? In a cold wallet. So yeah, that's the jokes for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the DeFi sessions. Please like, subscribe, all our Medium article, folks. Do join our Discord. Let's get this to 1,000. We've hit the 500 mark. We can get to 1,000 now by the end of Feb time, I believe. So let's go. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, some really good growth on the Discord there, Z. I'm sure that makes you very happy, mate.
It sure does. It sure does. I'm enjoying it. We're growing. We were, I believe, 190 to 200 members when we first started working on it 3 weeks ago. Now we just touched 500, and there's a ton of bots being used. There's a ton. We also enabled GIFs and memes as well for people to post on general chat. So yeah, it's growing. We got to get to 1,000. That's the target.
Now that we have hit 500 members, can we host another poker game when he's, liaise with Atlas and find out a time that is suitable? But that would be really good. I think we'd see more engagement than last time. And I don't know about anybody else, but I had a really good time chilling with everyone. And, so it was a good Friday night playing some poker after the podcast. So if we could arrange that, that'd be great.
Absolutely. We'll do a poker night to train Atlas because he's got a tournament coming up. We have to make him, what was it, like helmet? Like full helmet? We have to do the full helmet training and give him some swag. Let's do it. Let's have some crypto nights.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for the presentation. That was a fun time. I like the jokes as well. It's important to have fun in crypto, right? Can't be all serious all the time. So, I enjoyed that very much. So thank you.
No worries.
Okay. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway of the 50 BUSD from the All Aboard session.
All aboard!
A lot of folks that participated this evening. Some more to give away again. If there's anybody that does not see their name on Fortunate Spin the Wheel, you participated, you put the work in, you clapped them cheeks.
Yeah, I don't see mine again.
All right. Anybody else?
That was Mike CE. Needs to be added.
DM from them.
Yeah, Mike, did you send that in? To Mr.
Was there something how many things was I supposed to do? Maybe I missed something.
You just need to send a screenshot of what you've done over to Fortunate.
I did that like a week ago. Should I do it like every day or something?
Yes, every time we run it, it needs to be
Do it every day. Oh, you have to send a screenshot every day, not just have the thing on your ID. Okay.
Oh, no, we're not talking about that competition. This is something different. You're talking about the ARK competition. That's separate from the competition that we're running tonight. Tonight we're running a competition for clapping up and commenting and following on Brad's post that he had there in the main chat.
So you have to do all three? I think I did 2 of those 3, but maybe I missed one.
Okay, go ahead and send me a screenshot and I'll get you put in here.
Well, wait, you said it's not the screenshot one. This is something different?
This is a screenshot one for screenshotting the clapping up the comment and commenting.
Mike, did you go to the Medium article that was presented this evening by Brad?
You have to do it every evening?
Yes, sir.
Brad's okay. Yeah, I didn't go to it today. Yeah, go ahead and go on.
All right, sir. Anybody else? Yeah, the point of it, Mike, just so we're clear, we want to promote every time we have a guest here and they've done an article or YouTube video, we want the community to laser focus in on it and use the power of community to get those algorithms pushing those articles and YouTube videos all the way to the top so that more and more folks can take the time and get some education information about ARK. So it's an interactive thing that everyone who wants to participate each evening has the opportunity to do so, but they do need to do it in order for it to be effective, right? So that's why. But
So it's
tomorrow, if you
every
want to
day, though.
participate, any day that we do this, you're able to come and participate. It's going to be pinned and posted, directions given. All right, so give me a second, please. Mr. Fortune, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right.
Congratulations, Mr. Good.
Yo! Congratulations, sir.
2 away.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Thank you.
Thank you for participating, man.
Every
How
time
many
you had today, huh? 116 entries. Wow.
No, that's not 160
Nah,
entries.
total entries, my bad. Total entries.
Yeah.
Catching up. Listen for catching up.
What was that?
He's catching up. He got the spark reward, and then this one.
He's a man on the rise, ladies and gentlemen. Mistletoed.
Thank
you. Out on the crypto street, spreading the word, flying the flag of the ARK, letting the folks know that what's happening here is not happening anywhere else in crypto. All I hear, guys, everywhere else is this. All jokes aside, this is serious. Smart money's here, and there's plenty of more smart money out there that we're going to engage with. We're going to sit with them. We're going to walk them through the due diligence and understanding ARK. But it's up to you as well, guys. Every single one of the investors at ARK has the opportunity. The system has so much to offer for those that do want to have that conversation, that do want to invite somebody over to the podcast, that do want to reach out to a friend, a coworker. James at the water cooler. He's looking for opportunity. I haven't met one person yet who wouldn't like extra money coming in. I mean, everybody wants it now. Yesterday. It's part of human nature, right? But we've seen what that FOMO does to folks. They don't take the time. They don't do the research. And they just play an old gamble. And that's okay. Little Jimmy, little Jane, soon enough, you'll come to your senses and you'll join us aboard the ARK.
Yeah, let's get this crypto.
Baby.
Oh, god damn.
Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
The hot news just came in.
Go ahead.
You know Usain Bolt, the fast guy in the world? Usain Bolt. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, Usain Bolt. He lost his invested money. He got scammed. All of his money.
Where, on Wall Street?
I think he invested into his like a life saving to stock and securities. So one of the funding company, like a investment company, but everything is gone except like 10 grand. So he became poor. He just got it. Oh my gosh!
Well, invite him tomorrow to come here to the ARK.
Okay, Usain Bolt, you'll be here tomorrow.
Come on over, man.
Oh man, everywhere scams are everywhere.
They are. Oldest trick in the book. Mr. Charles Sponsee started they named it after him. He didn't start it. I mean, this is as old as
right.
finance and banking and, wheeling and dealing. The snake oil salesman. That's in every culture, my friend. But yeah, it happens on the high street. It happens on the low street. It happens on all streets. And this, global financial meltdown is happening everywhere. It's an everything bubble. It's a fact. All right, folks. Man, that was a great podcast, man. All-time high. Great updates. We're preparing for tomorrow. Again, I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight after seeing the mobile app. That is just something. It's one of those things that, as they say, you gotta really see it to appreciate it. So, do we have any other questions or comments this evening, folks, before we wind down and close the podcast recording for tonight?
Mistletoe, could you send your wallet address through to Fortunate to sort that reward out for you, please, sir?
Will do. Thank you.
Oh, I got to play the button for him.
Hello, guys.
Yes, go right ahead.
Hey, I just want to share something. In less than 2 weeks, I lost 7 investment projects in DeFi. But somehow I still feel very fine, okay, because of you guys. Because I still have a few very solid, promising, stable projects, especially like art. So even though I lost 7 actually in the less than 2 weeks, but because of you guys, I feel safe actually. Feel very comfortable by investing. At least I know I have a very stable income in the future. So thanks to you guys, especially by having AMA every single day for so long. You guys gave us so much comfortable confidence in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, James, and I'm sorry to hear about your loss. It's really been 2 weeks of a heinous situation that's happened to so many investors, and we're seeing a uptick in crypto, in DeFi. I mean, we're seeing YouTube channel owners launching projects, admins at other projects. We're seeing lounges launching projects. It's spreading like a wildfire. Where we're so many folks. I don't understand what's going on. It might be that they've had a bad couple of months and they're so desperate that they're just trying to do anything to get money and not having really any ethics or morals as to how they go about their business. And unfortunately, a lot of folks have been hurt. I mean, this last year's brutal. I mean, how many suicides happened in Luna? I remember one day looking at the news, there was 8 people in one day that committed suicide. People had their life savings. One close investor that I know, he had a couple $1 million in there. And there's a cycle psychologically that as traders, investors, we go through. We've all had losses. It is part of investing. But what makes us better people, what makes us better investors is learning through that, going through that process, and being more careful not to do the same thing again. And I do hope that you weren't over leveraged or into a position that those 7 losses are going to be detrimental to your well-being and that of your family.
I always keep at least 20 ongoing projects at all times. So that's why I still have 13.
Mm-hmm. Well, sounds like you got it under control, James, and nothing to be sad about. It is part of the game, and if you're managing your money correctly, then the wins will cover the losses. Money management is one of the main factors of successful investing. So sounds like you know what you're doing, brother, and stay strong, keep the faith. And again, we can't say it enough. Be smart, take the time to do your due diligence. It's all about the team, the way they work, the way they interact with their communities, the quality of what they build, and let the actions be the factor that really stand out and mean something. Not the FOMO, not the hype. And it's pretty easy to tell if you do some research and see how long people have been working on things and where they come from and what they're about. And if you can't see that clearly, then take a step back. What's the hurry? What's the rush? If something's really good, it's going to stand the test of time. All projects have growing pains. All projects have good days and bad days and weeks. It's normal, right? So, yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. And we continue to work hard here. We continue to print, as everybody understands and sees. There is no breaks. There is no days off. There is no, I'll do this later or tomorrow. This is serious business, folks. We have a lot to deliver. We have a very ambitious roadmap. We have things that are cooking that we can't even talk about because they're that important and they're that innovative. And we do believe that through the next coming weeks and months, the folks that are here, that are invested, are going to be blown away, and the folks that aren't are going to come running. They're going to swim anywhere the ARK is, in any port. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. Let's get this crypto, guys.
Yeah, let's get this crypto.
Oh, god damn! Oh yeah, let's get this crypto.
And Mistletoe, I owe you one. Because you're on a winning streak over here at ARK, my friend. So just like we did it for you, man, we got to do it for you.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Let's get this crypto.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations, man.
Cheers,
Let your crypto peeps know, man, what's happening over here at ARK. I know you are.
How do you feel, Mistletoe?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. That's another $50 going into the ARK vault.
Yes, that's great.
No better place to be. Hey.
Now we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you imagine again, then it's crazy. Then this game on, actually.
Absolutely.
I rather not to be selected again because people won't come. So I rather just see someone else getting it.
All right. Well, there's a lot of flex. A lot of folks at ARK can really flex on their fellow investors. What is that other project you're all crazy about over there? What are they doing for you? You got Spark? Do you? You got the legacy NFTs are just printing nonstop. Man.
Yes. Just imagine 10 times, 100 times more people are coming here to see their Spark reward.
Yes, sir. And as it grows, more winners. I mean, I told you guys, we've already here on my dashboard, the devs have built me functions that we could split the pot in 2, we could split the pot in 3. I stopped it there. I mean, that's a lot, 3 winners, but I mean, we're set, man. We've got that ready to go. So it's just a matter of, growing and continuing to do what we do and seeing folks get more involved, get out of their comfort zone, go talk to a friend, go write an article, go on top of the mountain, scream at the top of your lungs. Let's get this crypto. It's happening at ARK.
Another nice thing happened today. I'm not sure if other people keep track, but obviously I'm seeing it happen in the chat all day. But we had 29 new members join the Telegram today, so I think that was a very positive day for some very good growth. 29.
Absolutely. All right, folks. I think we've come to the end of tonight's podcast, and we want to thank every one of you that came in, joined us, participated. Hope that you found it educational. The updates were really interesting tonight because the team is on fire here. Very excited with what we saw today from the development team. And we're getting ready for our big AMA tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. UTC. You'll find all the information pinned and posted. We're going to lock the chat down, and we're going to go over there and have a great conversation with those folks. We are also working on a couple of YouTube videos, some folks that have great followings. Working also on some AMAs for next week, and really continuing here on our path. Very excited. The team is absolutely committed, on fire, and every day we see so much effort, we see so much dedication, so much focus that's being applied here, and another milestone tonight, the Discord passing the 500. Great work, Mr. Z and the team that's handling all the admin work over in Discord. Thank you for your presentation tonight, Coach Brad. Thank you, Fortunate. Spin the wheel. And guys, we'll be back tomorrow. For the folks that are listening to the recording at a later date, thank you for your participation through listening. And we also hope that you found the podcast informative, educational, entertaining. And we will see you all tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. UTC. Good night.